fair. Played here since 1932, these two programs have defined conferences, won national titles, and no matter what happens, they find their way back to each other. And when these two meet, the whole nation pays attention. Glad to have you with us from the original Cotton Bowl, located on the fairgrounds in the heart of Dallas, Texas. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Sooners will boot it away to start the game. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Texas's offense takes the field for the first time today. You guys know I love the history of this stuff. Texas is threatening to put together a run unlike any they've had since the 50s, David.
Texas has been dominating the series, and I can tell you this from college. We had some rivals that we played with that we lost to consistently. Coaches that week got so tight, so tense, it made a big difference, Palmer.
Well, I'll tell you, this winning streak by Texas has had a major impact on the football program, too. Of course, the fans have been bragging, Bevo's strutting. These coaches' salaries, they've gone up because they've been able to win these games and dominate their rival, Oklahoma, time and time again.
So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? To the ground with the back. Tough sledding in there. Picks up a couple, but still needs two more on fourth down.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain. No harm, no foul.
They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, fourth down in their own end, and they're going for it. Makes the grab, past the marker. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open. That's why that one fell incomplete.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. So the Oklahoma Sooners offense will take the field for the first time. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have 2 guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got 2 very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are 2 of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
And the Sooners are in the hurry-up.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the...
Turning it on! Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
The Sooners can really attack on this 2nd and short. Trying play action. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities mission number one, right? Every single game you go into last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Finds a man on the left. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Touchdown, Oklahoma! A great catch and run for 6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Fires to the wideout. Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Breaks into the open. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Rolling right and going deep. Underneath toasted coverage. Got it deep downfield. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. Hookem is hooking up with some big plays in the passing game.
Finding their guys down the field. You think about offenses that Texas usually have, some form of spread, and then find those elite guys on the outside that can win those matchups for you and make those big plays.
How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Pulls and throws off the RPO. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. He's looking to throw. They go to the wide receiver screen. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. We reached the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
They'll run the sneak for it. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. Never a doubt. Going for it on 4th and goal.
Second quarter might not be gamble time.
Sneaks into the end zone.
And, man, that stings. If you're a defense, you get all the way to a 4th down situation and held them so many times, and, man, they punch it in late, especially with the physicality. I hate when I get beat with physicality, and they pounded them, ran the football with all the big guys in the game, and got the touchdown.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Sooner offense returns to the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Play this game in the shadow of Big Tex. You can get a corny dog out there, play carnival games, and see one of the great rivalries in the sport, David.
It's crazy. You literally walk outside of the stadium, and there are thousands upon thousands of people. They don't even realize any football game's going on, Jesse. They're just having a good time.
Hey, you're right. It's part of what makes this game so special. The Red River Rivalry, there's just so much fanfare. There's so much tradition. And remember, with bragging rights on the line, this thing just means more.
This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. On the run, fires downfield. Beautifully thrown ball, terrific catch, and they'll have the first down. And the Sooners look to keep this drive humming. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man in the middle. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they...
Oh, he's got some space. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown Sooners. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive. Oh, out of space. He's at the 40. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got him.
Well, there's a big run on offense, and guys, I don't think a defender even touched him anywhere near the line of scrimmage. That's how big that hole was.
The Longhorns, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. A strike downfield. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown!
This This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he added the extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Temple is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up this week in practice. They're up 14 over Appalachian State. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Fires to the big fella. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. After that last completion, it's second down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. The Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll pull it on the read, across the 45. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Had it in his hands, and he dropped it. Thought he had another big play, an interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's second down. They'll move the wide receiver. The give to the back. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Quickly out to the tight end. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to the ground with the running back. He breaks a tackle.
Well, he got you 2 on first down. He got you 2 on second. 2 won't get it done on third. You're going to have to go somewhere else if you're on offense here and stay on the field.
And here comes play number 6 of the drive. On third down, he drops to throw. Unloads it left. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
It's a nice job by the receiver working past the sticks. Looked like it was going to be a first down by the offense, but how about the physical play knocking that ball loose?
They kick it away on 4th down. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fella on the sideline. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
They'll run play action. Fires to the middle. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been, well, a good competitive game so far. They don't call me the most creative man in broadcasting for nothing, you know. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Longhorns will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground. You can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
The Sooners will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Give to the running back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Off the play fake. Blasted as he lets it go. He got his hands on it but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got him. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize, so you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Unloads it downfield. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
They'll leave it with him. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And the Sooners are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. On target to the left. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
You normally don't see this guy miss throws like that. That was a pretty short throw. He can normally make those in his sleep, but with the incompletion, we're now setting up 3rd down.
Gonna look downfield again. Right down the middle. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Here comes the Texas offense. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. And the Longhorns in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wide receiver going in motion. Give to the running back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. And the Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36.
Well, their defense did a great job deep in their own end, right? Getting the turnover on downs, and now the offense is starting to pay that off. On the 3rd play of this drive, 3rd down, they're able to run it, pick up the 1st, they stay on the field, and they're going to try and churn this thing out.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Snags it at the 30 and still running. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch. Another big gain on the catch here. Big target out there like a Roy Williams was back in the day.
No doubt.
There he goes. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! And that one will put him up here in the 2nd half. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box. Still, this guy has been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
The Big 12 has become must-see TV, and fellas, today's clash is no different. UCF is in front. They've played awfully well today, and while there's no Dante Culpepper out there, this group is hanging tough. They're up by 4 over Colorado. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else. Men?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
I gotta be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season.
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Taking it the other way.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense, forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he makes the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback on the keeper. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. So the final period starts with a second down play. Motion from the wideout. Wants to go up top. Grab near the sticks. It's Westbrook. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Wants to go up top on first down. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Trying to take it back. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Texas! With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
Yeah, and that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took...
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming into the game and you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense has carried their weight, and this is looking like a great outcome.
The Sooners now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He's got the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Now, when I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Wide open downfield. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive, David.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Turning it on. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Boy, he's over 100 now at 102 yards on the ground, and he just continues to turn in productive performance after productive performance. That's how you got enough space, and he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Longhorns! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Looking to throw on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Motion from the back. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Finds his back in the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Westbrook. Across the 25, he's got room. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
I know defenders hate quarterbacks and love nothing more than hitting them, but you're hitting yourself in the gut when you get a 15-yard penalty. And the defense is just about out of room to defend. They are backed up right on the doorstep. Slams ahead. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on first down. They'll try it again from the one on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And now after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
Well, it's been that kind of day for the offense, and this quarterback specifically, they've had their chances. They've had opportunities throughout the course of the game to get some pitches and catches and make some explosive plays, just not able, though, to hook up. And you saw it on that 4th down play right there. They're trailing by a lot of points because those are the throws you've got to make if you're going to win games like this, and they just have not been able to get it done.
It was the Longhorns who will ride off into the sunset with the coveted Golden Hat Trophy after beating their despised rival to the north. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.